Will this be the one? We shall see. Hey guys, welcome to my channel Made by Raf. This is my first ever video. I'm doing a Q&A today so we can kind of get to know each other a little better here since I'm just starting out, so it just kind of makes sense to start off with a Q&A. Also, don't mind me, keep looking down. I have my notebook here. I wrote down the questions in it. So yeah, don't mind me looking down and the page is rustling. So without further ado, let's get into the video with the first question. My name is Rafia and I am 18 years old. Yes, I do. I'm currently in sixth form, year 13, and I took A-level sociology, A-level English literature, and A-level English language, and I also took EPQ. Yeah, it was a tough, almost 2 years, but suppose we made it through. I mean, did we, didn't we? I mean, we just kind of stopped. I just thought it'd be fun to start a YouTube channel because, you know, it's quarantine, so I just thought, let me try something new, because this is something I've actually wanted to do since like year 9, 10ish, but I just never did it for various reasons. But I just thought now's the time to like start new things and, you know, try new things, so I thought I'd just start a YouTube. So yeah, not too much to that. Just kind of a lifestyle channel, you know, vlogs, hauls, that kind of thing. Also kind of my journey to uni once, you know, results day comes round and all that is dealt with, then I'm going to be documenting like that whole thing, you know, just kind of my life. I really like to read, bake, and watch movies and TV. I love going to the cinema, like with my sister especially. Whenever we go to the cinema we have a fantastic time every single time. It's just so much fun. I think those probably like my top favourite things to do. Yeah. Not particularly, like if it happens it happens, but I'm not really setting out with that as a goal. So, because like I said before, I'm just kind of doing it for fun, so I'm really not bothered about that. Like I just said, if it happens, it happens, but I'm not doing it for that, so it's just like a bonus, I suppose. But right now I'm just kind of doing it for fun, like something on the side to do, just as a hobby. Yes and no, because the first video I recorded is and was a Q&A, but this isn't the first time I've recorded this. This is the second time I'm doing it now, because I did it like a month ago, but I just didn't like it. Like, I liked how it went and stuff, but I just didn't like how it looked because the lighting was so bad. And the lighting isn't really any better today because it's still England and it's hardly ever sunny, so gotta work with what we've got. But yeah, this is the first time recording like a video for YouTube, but it's not the first time I've done this video. Again, yes and no, because I talk to my phone a lot, like for my Snapchat stories, because I talk on there so much, like all the time, just giving updates on what I'm doing, even though nobody asked, but I do it anyways. My private stories, if I didn't already say. So I just kind of talk on there, like what I'm up to, what I'm planning to do, what I've been doing, and just talking about topics and like discussing with myself, and like if anybody replies to them and then we like just start having a conversation, like that's cool. So I do that all the time, but this is completely different because it's going to go up on the internet and it will stay there until I like take it down. But you know what they say, the internet's permanent and all that. But anyways, it's gonna be up for longer than 24 hours like a Snapchat story is, so yeah, it's a bit different, but kind of used to it, but I'm not used to it in this sense. I don't know really, probably just like if I'll actually be entertaining, because you know I want to actually have some kind of life about me on the channel, like the channel to be fun to watch, so I'm just hoping it turns out like that. And also I suppose a bit like about hate, but I'm not too worried about that because I feel like that only really happens if and when you get big, and I don't really see that happening for me. And I don't know, I just don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. But to be fair, like, some people, even small YouTubers, like, some people just somehow end up hating on them as well, because there's just some sad people out in the world. Like, my friend, she also started a YouTube channel as well, and she was getting a lot of hate from people we knew, because clearly they had nothing better to do with their time. I'm just saying. I mean, I suppose I will tell people about this, because why not? But, I mean, I'm just gonna see what happens, I suppose. As of right now, I have zero plans for like an actual upload schedule because there's a lot of logistical issues into me doing this YouTube channel, like, because I'm going to edit my videos on my sister's laptop, and she's always using her laptop and she's very busy, so it's not like I can just edit whenever I want, so I'm just going to just try and upload as often as I can. Like, ideally I upload like a week or twice a week, but I'll just see what happens. So for now and until further notice, there is no kind of upload schedule. I found it pretty interesting because, take history for example, I felt that's probably the best example because they taught a lot of British history, which I understood considering it's Britain, so they'd want to teach their own history, but I would have liked to learn about other parts of the world because, you know, they're out there, but, you know, I just wasn't too interested in the history behind Britain, and also it just made me feel not included because, you know, I'm not from Britain and, you know, the history's not really mine. Well, it is and it isn't, you know, but the way they taught it as well, I feel like obviously they taught it from, you know, the British point of view, and I kind of wanted to see it from different angles, which obviously they didn't do. They just kind of made everything sound fantastic. Like, the British Empire was amazing, everything they did was amazing, it was all great. Like, they didn't say the bad things they did and things like that, if you understand what I'm saying. So that just was not for me, so I did not take history because it just made me not feel like a member of society, like, not just me, but like, you know, anything to do with my background really. I just did not feel like I was part of this, and I was like, I don't want to continue with this. So that was just not for me. But growing up in a majority white school as well, going to school with people of different values and things like that, I found very interesting as well. Because obviously then I saw the differences between how some other people were raised compared to me. Even though we're all kind of from the same area and obviously go to the same school, you did see some pretty big differences. And the things I heard in my travels, the things I saw, how it made me feel, and sometimes when I'd, you know, I don't want to say retaliate or like try and educate people or whatever, but like just when I'd say, you know, hold up, you know, that's not quite right, you know, that's a bit offensive, that kind of thing, and then people would start turning it into like a whole thing, like, oh, why are you always going on about race? And then I'd just be like, I'll just stop then. But, you know, these days, I've changed my mind on all that because I just think back now and I'm like, you know what, I shouldn't have stopped talking about all that, but there's nothing I can do about it now because it's in the past. But, you know, it's just a message to my past self, I suppose. But basically though, just to answer the question, how did I feel growing up in a white dominated education system? I did not feel included. I did not feel like a valued member of society because none of my history was anywhere. And even though, you know, they put up the posters and all that kind of thing of be respectful, be tolerant, don't use this word, don't do this and do that, you know, people did it anyways, and you can't control what other people do. And, you know, as Lily taught us, you know, you gotta play Nintendo, so I tried doing that, and it's still something I think about these days. But yeah, I just did not feel included with things like that, and I did not feel heard. Yeah, go in some kind of way here now. But yeah, just to straightforward answer the question, I would just say it was interesting, and I can't say it's something I'd want to do again. If I was to do it again, it'd be interesting again, yeah, but I'd do some things differently. But I think there needs to be some pretty big changes made to the education system. well, that is privileged information, but I will say that 2 people do know who they were back in the day, like not the crushes, but my 2 best friends, Malika and Ellie, know who I liked back in the day. And that's all we will disclose for now. Now, some people are going to call me a psychopath for this, and I have been called crazy and all those words for saying it, but I pour my milk first. But before you attack me, I actually have not done that since March, I think, because in my mind I thought, oh, you know, if Corona going on and the supermarkets being completely empty of literally anything, I'm gonna start pouring my cereal first, because whenever I pour my milk first, I'd pour loads of milk and then I'd add the cereal and then there just wouldn't be enough cereal and I'd keep pouring more cereal, and then eventually I'd go back and pour more milk and then it just become like a whole thing. So I decided, let me start pouring my cereal first, because you know exactly how much milk you need, and then it just works out pretty perfectly. Also, I do believe that it tastes better cereal first. I really, really do. Like, you might think, oh, it doesn't taste different, but it does. It really, really does. Cereal first tastes better. And I said what I said. Well, biology. Mum's black, dad's black. You know, I'm black. That's why, you know, you put 2 black people together and you end up with another black child most of the time, so you get this pigmentation, this melanin, and all this goodness. Yes, I have in fact met somebody famous, and I'm very glad to say that it is the one and only Lilly Singh. I met her when she was on tour in 2017. I have a poster up here that you can't see. I have a picture on the wall, on my photo wall, of me and her and my sister, because we went together to see her, and also met Kyle Coons too, so I took a picture of him, and that's also on my photo wall. And honestly, the best day of my life, hands down. I'm just thinking through now, like, is there anything better? No. As far as I can remember right now, best day of my life. So I would love to meet her again. I just think she's an amazing human being, and it was just a fantastic day. It really, really was. If I could live anywhere, I would live in LA. I really like the idea of living in LA. I just like that it's sunny all the time, basically, because I am just a bigger fan of the sun, the warmth, all that, like summer fashion. I just like everything about it, because this England is just always cold, or nearly always cold, and you're there with like 10 layers and you're carrying all this luggage, and I just don't like it. But when it's warm, you just like got 1 layer and then you've got like a jacket maybe, and it's just, the vibes are just so much better. And I just like the idea of, like, I don't know, riding like my bike through like Venice Beach or something, you know what I mean? Like, I just really want to live there. Plus it just seems so diverse, and I really like the idea of that, and like how they have so many marches for so many different things all the time, and I just really want to be involved in all that. So yeah, if I could live anywhere, it would be LA, and I really hope to move there one day. But, you know, it also is America, so, you know, a lot of issues over there. But if I was ever to move there, I would do some serious researching before I actually went. Well, the main things that he'd have to be same religion as me, preferably taller, but since I'm so tiny, basically everybody out there is taller than me. Preferably same culture as well, because then you just kind of get things on a different level, and like, just, you know, when different types of year come around and stuff like that, you just already get it, and there's no like explaining and things like that. But that being said though, I do think it's pretty interesting though when people of different cultures and stuff are in relationships, because then like they must learn so much about each other's cultures and stuff, and I feel like that'd be pretty interesting. Probably also just the basic things, you know, kind, generous, respectful of women, loyal, you know, the stuff that's generally pretty hard to find these days, I feel like. But I would like that. How many do I have? Let me think. Prom heels, other boots, winter boots, gazelles, washes, superstars, Tims, Harry Potter, Hufflepuff fans. The other Harry Potter shoes. Those other shoes that I wore one time. Converse that I just got for my birthday. So that's round about 11 pairs. I feel like I might be missing one or two, but I think it's about 11 pairs of shoes. Definitely wouldn't mind having more though. You can never have too many pairs of shoes if you ask me. Oh yeah, and I have those ones that I wear in the summer as well that my sister got me that time. So right now that I can remember, 12 pairs. Beach, hands down the beach, because I really like the idea of places like Bora Bora and the Maldives, places like that. I can just imagine myself just sat on the beach with the sun shining down on me, and it's just really hot and you're just chilling. Like, I just really want to do that. That is just the ideal. So it would definitely be the beach. The last film I watched was BlacKkKlansman. I was actually going to say it too, but no, we watched that the other day. But last night I watched BlacKkKlansman and it was absolutely fantastic. I do not have enough good things to say about that movie, and I highly recommend that every single person watches it, and then you recommend it to every single person you know, so every person can just watch it, because it was just an absolutely amazing movie, and I actually just cannot say enough about it. It was just so good. Like, I'm just thinking back to like the things that happened. Obviously won't spoil anything, but it was just amazing. It truly, truly was, and I highly recommend it. I think I'd have to pick the $1 million and stay in the UK. I don't want to stay in the UK for like my entire life, but moving every single day seems really tedious. And also, you'd get to a point where there's nowhere else to go in the world. I suppose it depends how long you live, but I feel like you would reach a point where there is nowhere else to go in the world. And then what do you do? Can you start again? Do you have to move to Mars? Like, I don't know. So I think I'd just pick the $1 million and stay in the UK. I suppose you could move from somewhere like to somewhere else, but I don't know. Plus $1 million in this day and age, I feel like it does not get you that much. Like, for me as an 18-year-old, if I was just solely spending it on myself, then I think I'd be fine. But as an actual functioning adult who has to pay like bills and taxes, I feel like that is just not enough. Not really. But I guess it helps. Absolutely all over the place. There is nothing that I hate. The only thing I wouldn't really listen to is like scream music. Like, I don't like that. But even with that, I do like Throne by Bring Me the Horizon. I do believe it's by Bring Me the Horizon. Don't get mad if it's not. Like I said, I don't really listen to that music. But I like literally everything: pop, hip hop, R&B, jazz, like blues, rock music, grime music, like literally everything. I like everything out there. I just have a really versatile music taste. Like, if you go on my Spotify and go through my liked music, like whenever I play my liked music, I find it really funny because it can literally go from like a Disney song to Stormzy, like and then it will just change over to like, I don't know, Mr. Blue Sky, is that what it's called? But yeah, it's really all over the place, and I find it pretty entertaining. I literally like all types of music. An easy peasy one. No friends. Toxic friends are just so draining. I have dealt with them just way too much, and it is not a vibe. I think probably the last time I really dealt with them was probably in like, I don't know, year 9 or 10. I mean, they're still kind of there, but I'd probably say the worst ones that I really wasn't friends with anymore would probably be in like year 9 or 10. Some of them have kind of changed and I kind of talk to them still, but I'm not, actively trying to hang out with them or talk to them and things like that, because who needs all that drama? And even recently, you know, there's been a few recent things that I'm just not a fan of, but, you know, that's just life, it is what it is, but, you know, community, let's hope there's none of that anymore. Yes, I absolutely love roller coasters. Kind of, actually, because I really, like, when you're lining up, I'm just like, oh my god, can I do this? I don't want to go on the roller coaster, it's scary. But then, like, when you actually go on it and then you get off it and you're like, oh my god, I want to do it again. Like, Disneyland, what's that? Space Mountain, that was so good. I was so excited to go on that before we went. But I was like, I'm a bit scared, but I was like, who knows when the next time is that I'll get to come to Disneyland. Like, I am going on everything. And I actually really wanted to go on Rock and Roller Coaster. They said it was the fastest ride, I think. I think it's actually shutting down now, so actually I don't think I'll ever get to go on that, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, I do like roller coasters. But I do not like ones that go upside down. I think I will go on one though in my lifetime at some point, just to be able to say I have been on one and just know what it's like. Because with Space Mountain, it's a corkscrew, not just like a full upside down thing. But places like Alton Towers, you would never catch me there. Never, ever, ever. I don't think I would take time out of my own day and spend my own money to go there, because I don't think I'd go on any of the rides, because they are just too scary for me. That is just, no. I do not want to do that. But like what a value, we used to go there all the time. And the Raptor Attack, absolutely loved that. The Ultimate, never went on it. I don't think I will go on it, because it breaks down all the time. It's like the most rickety ride out there, and I just think that's very dangerous. I would like to go on it, but like I just said, it just does not seem up to code, so I probably would not. But generally, I do like roller coasters. I think they're very fun. Disneyland, like I just said, I went on Space Mountain at Disneyland. Disneyland was amazing. I've been wanting to go there since I was an itty bitty child, and I finally got to go in 2018, and I was so happy, and I want to go again. However, if I had, like, you know, a pick of where I could go, just easy peasy, like if somebody just came to me and was like, you can go to any Disneyland you want, I'd be like, yeah, okay, take me to Florida then, I'm off Disney World, because that just seems like it has some better rides. Because I really want to go on the Cars ride, that seems like so much fun. And I'm pretty sure the characters there, like, do not run away from you, because at Disneyland, the characters, I just didn't understand why they were there. Because they did not like being near people, they didn't want to get near the children, near us or the adults or anybody, they did not want to be there. Like, they actively ran away from people, which I found a bit strange. Like, I understand that job can get very annoying, but at the same time, you did sign up for it, and it's kind of like, what did you expect? But I don't know, I've never done the job, I can't really speak on it. But I feel like at Disneyland, Disney World even, the characters are a bit more friendly, and it's just, you know, we'll take pictures of you and that kind of thing. And the rides seem better there, plus it's Florida, so it would be hot, and I like that. Because when we went, it was Paris in February, so that was not very fun. It was rainy, it was freezing, the pictures we took were not nice, in my opinion, apart from the ones in the rooms. Like, the castle picture was just not for me. Oh my gosh, if I go again though, I'm gonna get such good pictures, and I'm gonna go when it's warm and sunny. But yeah, still, favourite place I have been to though, despite all that, is Disneyland. Well, that's just gotta be my bestie, Malika. I mean, I just think she's an amazing person, just generally, because I just think she's just so open to like different cultures and ways of life, and I find that really interesting. And, you know, we are, like I said before, we have these proper long phone calls. Like we literally just had one last night. Don't know how long it was, maybe like an hour. I think the longest phone call I ever had is close to 3 hours. But I think we were like revising, chatting, and just like doing a bunch of different things. I just like doing all that kind of thing. And also, we're both just kind of like as crazy as each other. Like, we just have the same kind of vibes and like the same kind of outlook on life, because we both kind of just wish we could live life like a movie. you know, just like with high school and stuff. And we're always like, oh my god, we should have gone to American high school, because then we would have gone to all the dances and had a big prom and gone to like homecoming and pep rallies and all that kind of stuff, you know, that just comes with American high school. But, you know, an education is an education, so not, you know, devaluing that. But I just think we're just so much fun together. But the thing is, though, at the same time, we're like, have a line, because we wouldn't do anything to actively endanger our lives because we're not stupid. So, yeah. But on the other hand, though, there was this one time in year 10, I think, it wasn't dangerous, but we had like a 5-minute break from this intervention in the Easter holiday, whatever, for our geography class, or like both of them. So we decided, oh, you know what, since nobody's here, let's just go down to the sports hall and run around in the dark. Because it is like, let's just see what happens. But literally, as soon as we went in, the lights turned on, and it was a bit like, well, that was a bit anticlimactic. But it was still fun nonetheless, and we just do stupid things like that all the time. But honestly, it's just so much fun. But I mean, there's great things about all my friends, and I just love each and every one of them, and they're just great people, you know. All just beautiful human beings, inside and out, and it's just amazing. I'm so glad they're my friends, and I'm glad that I'm their friends. Like, I've got a pretty good group. Summer. I said before, I've said it so many times now, I really like the hot weather and the sunshine and all that, and summer is just where it's at. I just love it. I do love like winter fashion and like autumn fashion, plus don't need to worry about hay fever, but the heat and the sunshine just beats anything else. Summer, ugh, I just love it. Probably traveling, like travel the world, see everything. I just really want to go everywhere. Like, I want to go India, Bora Bora, Maldives, like I said before, Italy. I want to go back to the motherland, you know. Well, and not back, because I was never there anyways, I've never been, but, you know, Ghana, Nigeria. I want to go Japan, South Korea, travel America, South America. I want to go, like, everywhere. So, I want to see it all. I want to see everything. I can't wait to do all that. I really, really want to travel, so that is probably the top of my bucket list. I think the top place that would be on my bucket list though for travelling would probably be the Maldives. Yeah, I think if I could go anywhere, probably not right now because of Corona, but anywhere when it's safer, Maldives, definitely. Probably pretty boring to a lot of people, but water. I just feel like water is very underrated, because it's like the most basic drink, and it's just the best one. Like, on days like this where it's just so hot, like, yeah, some people might go get like, I don't know, a Fanta or like I don't know, a Monster, I don't know, but I just like my water. I always carry a water bottle with me. Water, it's just so good. It's just so underrated, I feel like. But how can you not, especially like when you were a child and then you'd like come in from playing outside and then you just like drink an ice cold glass of water, like that is just such a vibe. The only time I don't really drink water is at breakfast, and when I'm at Nando's I always buy myself bottomless and then I get myself a Coca-Cola. Oh, it's so delicious. Oh, I really want some right now. But yeah, my favourite drink is water. It'd probably have to be English lit. I mean, there's good things about nearly all of my lessons that I had in high school, but I think English lit was probably the one I found the easiest. I mean, I did basically just take everybody's ideas as they shared them and then wrote them into good paragraphs, but that still got me an A. Just thought I'd flex a bit because that was my best grade. But yeah, probably English lit because it was just pretty easy for me to kind of understand. I did like textiles because that was just a fantastic time to gossip. My teacher did not appreciate that at all. I never got anything done. I passed though, so that's good enough for me. It was just a great time because there was like a really like good mix of people from like all the hierarchies in there. So everybody just kind of talks to each other more or less. And it was just like interesting to have different discussions and gossip and see who knows what and what people think of this, and it was just very fun. Plus, like, a lot of our year group took a design, like an art subject, so we'd always be in like the design corridor at like the same time, so it's like half of the year down there at the same time a few times a week, so then you just go out there and talk to like a bunch of different people, and it's just so much fun. I really like geography as well. I think it was actually quite easy, like if you did like really good revision or whatever and just kind of understood it, it's easy to get a good grade. That being said, I did not get a great grade. I passed. I did not get the grade I wanted, but I think I could have easily gotten the grade I wanted, but you know, I do not test well, so that's just what happened with that. Plus, French was always fun, kind of, because you know those French teachers, they're often a bit over the top, so it was very fun in my French class. I really enjoyed that. But that's the thing, because I feel like my favourite subjects are not made out of like the content, like that's not what makes it fun for me, it's the people in the class. Because if it's, you know, judging off people in the class, then it'd probably be English language, because my English language class in year 11 was really fun and I was just laughing all the time, and my table was like the funniest people ever. I just found it so funny. It was a great time, and until like the end when things got moved around and then I did not really like it anymore. But anyways, before that, it's funny though, because at the start of the year / the end of the last year, because like they did a weird thing with the year group, but anyways, I sat down, I looked at that table, seating chart, what they call that, the seating plan. I looked at that and I was like, Miss, what have you done to me? Why am I sat on this table with 3 boys on my own? Why am I not with my friends? What is this? You've just gone and ruined my year, can't lie. But, you know, it was fine, because they ended up being pretty funny and nice people, so it was okay. If we're going off content though, probably English Lit. I do not have a favourite song. I never have, and I don't think I ever will, because there's just so many good songs out there. Like, there's millions and millions and millions. I don't know, you can pick a favourite one, but, you know. I think right now, though, my favourite few, the Hamilton soundtrack, because, you know, it came to Disney Plus, and then I watched it. Then it came out with my sisters, and I was so excited. So, needless to say, I listened to the soundtrack for... I'm still listening to it, so it's been basically like the whole month, and I probably will be listening to it for at least the next 2, because whenever I find a song or a soundtrack that I like, I stick to it for at least 3 months. That's how you end up with a Spotify end of year thing that is just full of one soundtrack. That's what happened with me last year with the Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. My whole thing was basically just Into the Spider-Verse and Lana, so that's what happened there. But with the Hamilton soundtrack, my favourite song or favourite couple of songs, probably the Schuyler Sisters, 10 Dual Commandments. What is it called? My Shot, is that what it's called? That's another thing. I know I like songs, but then I never know what they're called or who they're by. I actually really like Dear Theodosia as well. I think that's really good. And honestly, just any of the songs of Aaron Burr, like, I just like all of those. That's great. Oh, what's that other one that he sings as well? Oh, I really liked it. Something about, you know, people live and they die, and I'm not gonna, but I'm willing to wait for it, you know, that, well, wait for it, that's what it's called. That one, I really like that one as well. Yeah. Oh, such a good musical, that's the one, yeah. And it's on my vision board because I really want to see it in person next year before it moves on. So, hopefully I can, because I've been wanting to see it for so long. But, you know, for now, Disney Plus will do. I am going to study psychology. Hopefully. Things are very up in the air right now with our whole situation of year 13s and uni and all that. But, you know, psychology, let's make that happen. Just simple, shortened version of my full name. It's just Raf. I actually used to hate that so much. I hated it with a passion. Because people started calling me that in, like, year 9. And it was just people that I didn't talk to. And I just thought, what gives you the authority to give me a nickname and be calling me not by my full name? I don't really know you like that. What are you doing? But eventually, I was just kind of taking a if you can't beat them, join them kind of approach, and I was just like, okay then, whatever. So people just call me Raf all the time these days, but some people still go with my full name, first name obviously, not the whole thing. But yeah, Raf. I am a Pisces. My birthday is March 1st and I'm so obsessed with my birthday. Every year it comes around and I make it an entire spectacle. Honestly, I turned 18 this year, and even before I turned 18 I was talking to my mum about my 21st because I wanted to have a huge party for my 18th, but there was just a lot of things involved with that, so I decided against it in the end. But I was just like, I'm going to do something huge for my 21st. So let's make that happen. But anyways, yeah, I'm a Pisces. I feel like it's always kind of a loaded question because I'm kind of from all over the place. A little bit. Because my dad's from Nigeria, my mum's from Ghana, and my sisters are all from Ghana, but I was born in Germany and then we moved here and then we were all over the place as well. London, Essex. Anyways, don't live in Essex anymore. But yeah. I suppose with the case of where am I living currently? England. I won't really say I have any talents. Unfortunately, a bit boring like that. Like, I don't play an instrument, I can't sing or dance particularly well or anything like that. I'm an okay speller. I do like to pride myself on my spelling. Kind of my flexibility too, but I'm certainly no contortionist like I would prefer to be, but you know, I just gotta stick at it. What else can I do? Not a whole lot, to be honest. Bit, like I just said, I'm a bit boring like that. But I would like to learn some more things. Well, I kind of have like a few. Plantain, I've totally forgotten them all now. Rice Krispies. Honestly, I think those are probably my favourite things. And rice itself. Oh, I've just remembered as well. We're having rice and plantain today. Yes. I love it so much. It is so delicious. Honestly, if you ever just, like, I don't even know. I just think everybody should try plantain, honestly. I remember I had a sleepover when I was in year 4 or something for my birthday or something like that. And my mum made some food for us to eat. She made something else for my friends to eat because they don't eat the same food we do. But they did try the plantain. I remember one of my friends, she really, really loved it. She was just like, oh my god, this is so delicious. She just kept getting more. And I was just like, yes, yes, you appreciate the plantain. Oh my gosh. It also makes me laugh though how some people say plantain. I'm just like, don't do that. That's not right. It's plantain. But that's just kind of an ongoing dispute, kind of like the scone thing. Scone, by the way, in my own personal opinion. But anyways, yeah, my favourite food is plantain and rice. And Rice Krispies. But the top one, plantain. Last question. My favourite sport, well, that I loved the most anyways, probably cheer. I just think cheer is such an underrated sport, but at the same time it's not. I feel like to people who know nothing about the cheer world, they say it's not a sport and that infuriates me. But I'm just saying, if we're calling darts a sport and table tennis and things like that, cheer is most definitely a sport. And honestly, I wish I could have done it. I really do. I did kind of have a chance, but I was so scared to do anything back in the day. But cheer is probably my favourite sport. I love it so much. I think if I did grow up in America though, I would have for sure done cheer, because it's just huge there, so I think I would have gone for it. I do also love rhythmic and artistic gymnastics, F1 racing, well, you know, all the racing, but you know what I mean. One of my other favourites. Figure skating, I also like that very much. That's also another sport that I kind of wish I could have done. I feel like I would have been okay, you know. But those are probably all my favourite sports. Ooh, we made it to the end of the video! Yeah, I've been sat in a spinning chair. That's why I've been going back and forth like this. That was so much fun. I want to do it again. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and made it to the end. Ah, gosh. Yeah, we made it to the end of the video, and if you made it this far, I am really appreciative of you. Thank you very much for coming this far, because that was long. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe and leave a comment down below, and be back with me next time when I make another video. Don't know when that'll be, but I really appreciate you, you know. And also, do not forget to click that little notification bell, because then you'll be notified every time I upload, whether it be every week or every other month, who knows, but you will be notified. So come back and be with us over here, because it is fun. So yeah, but thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.